Hey guys, Courtney here. Sorry. I just want to do a real quick budget for you. I planned on doing the monthly spread and the budget together, but the monthly spread was way too long of a video. So I have separated them for you. I'm going to be doing a budget, and then I'm going to go through and set up like a paycheck budget. I do mine a little differently than I've seen people do before, so you might like it, you might not like it, but this is how I do it. This is how it works for me. I don't know, you might like it. I'm gonna say I think it's a little more simplistic, but maybe it's just my ADD brain. This was what the monthly turned out looking like. I am gonna go in here and see where my paydays are and split that up. So I'm just going to base it off my husband's paydays because those are the paydays I'm used to. So I'm going to split it there. If I get paid the 11th, I'm going to put a line between the 10th and the 11th. And then on the 25th, so I'm going to put another line between the 24th and 25th. So I'm going to have 3. I know most people have 4. I'm going to go through and budget this for 3 pay periods and just break it up that way. Anyway, we'll get to that. So I'm just going to work on the budget, the normal monthly budget first. So I think that's down good. So I'm going to put my income one up here. Oh, I hope y'all can see that. Sorry. So I leave 3 spots for my income. I have income, my husband has income, and then he's got a military check that comes in also, so I count that as like the 3rd. And then I go and put fixed expenses over here next to the income. And I like to leave, I think 15 lines for my fixed, and then I even up. Over here I'll have variable and I'll even up. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right here is where I'm going to put the totals for that one. So then I will put my variables down. And that's going to go under the income here. That's where that'll go. And then, like I said, that kind of evens up, and I will put that there and then do my paycheck budget down below. And you could vary, woo, that was going over. Maybe I should start here. And you could easily do this paycheck budget on another page. I like to put mine, you'll see. I like to put mine across the bottom here, but you could easily put that up at the top and do it horizontally. I like to do mine vertically down at the bottom. So that's what I do. I have another little sticker here, but I don't ever use those, so that's gonna stay there. I'm gonna go ahead and go through and draw me some lines here. And then come down. Right there is probably good. Good enough space for the amount. So with the income and the variables, those both have the budget and the actual. That's why those are kind of going on the same column. And then I have a lot more fixed expenses anyway, so it works out. So that's what the little paycheck or the January budget part will look like. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up the paycheck budget, and then I'll put all my numbers in and stuff with you guys. So I just like to, again, use the bottom half of this page. For the paycheck budget. And I do 3, so mine will be vertical this way. So I've got the first pay period. And again, this, you're probably looking at this like it looks crazy because you've probably never seen anybody do it this way before. I don't know. It works for my brain, so that's what I do. I'm going to wait to put that one so I can kind of like center it better. Put this one over here, and I'm kind of just using like 2 lines and then letting that overlap on my little header there. I'm pretty sure I'll have enough room anyway, because again, the way I do it, I don't need a lot of room because I'm not listing all my bills again after I just listed them for my monthly. I just kind of write down income, expenses minus what I have left. And I'm going to go ahead and draw lines there also. And I'm just going to eyeball it. So that is what the budget will look like set up. And I'm going to go ahead and go through with all the numbers for you guys. I do have another piece of paper that I'm referencing over here, so we shall look at that. And again, I know I keep repeating it, but next month, this is all going to change. It's going to look a lot different. I'm going to have like better numbers for you too. We'll be making more money, so that's awesome too. I know my husband's really excited about me actually bringing in some money, so that'll be cool. So we get money from the VA, and that's about $1,000 a month. My husband probably, oh, and this is like under budgeting, $12 a month. Really, he has had like $1,700 ones before, but 12 is like without any overtime or anything like that. So I like to under budget a lot for him because he's always getting overtime, but you never know when we won't have the overtime. So then there are my paychecks. And again, mine right now are terrible, awful, because 2 jobs, but I'm only working like once or twice a week, just whenever they need me. So $11.80, I think, is what we've predicted for this month. And again, we don't even know. It's, I mean, I think like every 2 weeks or so, I kind of get an idea of what my schedule is going to look like or what shifts I'm working. So it has royally sucked. So cannot wait to start my new job. So our variable bills right now are Sprint, which we budget $350, electric, which we budget $300 for, and then I'm going to go ahead and say our allowances. And it looks like a lot, guys. I give we kind of budget like $400 for our for my husband's allowance, but again, we work in a different state than what we live in, so gas, that's mostly gas right there. Gas and food, and that's all we really budget for our like allowances is gas, food, and a little bit of extra for like personal. So, and I do not, again, I'm not working as much as him. My job isn't as far away, still in another state, but we live like right on the border, so you just make more in the other state. So mine, I'm only been budgeting myself $250. I'm probably gonna have to bump that up once we move, because I will be actually, you know, using my vehicle. So, and then my fixed expenses are over here. Birchbox, 10. And I know this is a lot of reiteration from the monthly view, but I like to have the monthly view like that so I can just get a quick overview. I know a lot of people like to use that monthly view for the expenses, but I'm going to do that in a notes page because I feel like it's not enough room. I feel like the monthly is not enough room for what we spend. Like, I can only put 3 stickers on one box. That means I can only spend 3 times. Planet Fitness, which is $25. My car, $500. Prime Video is $10. And a lot of ours are just subscriptions for TV stuff because we don't have cable right now. We have this streaming service, which gets, I think, like 30 channels or something. And we don't really use cable that much. We use Netflix more than anything. I could go without cable. My husband, however, cannot live without internet or cable. And our internet is super slow. Like, I can hardly stream Facebook. It probably takes me like days to upload one of these YouTube videos. I have to actually like go to town and use my data because our internet is so slow. So slow. So here I just put daycare as a whole here, whereas on my list, my bill list that I did in my monthlies, in my monthly setup, I list that twice because we pay it twice a week. And again, I would do that with our allowances also because we take that out twice a week whenever we get paid. So I didn't list it because we, again, haven't really been going off of a budget so good because of the job situation and the living situation right now. So I didn't list it this time. Anyway, so for the paycheck budget, I always write our income for that pay period. And this is in the first pay period. So our income, the first pay period, we get paid from the VA on the 1st. So we're going to base it off of that income. And I'm going to stop it here where, I'm still out of print, here wherever my husband gets paid. So I've got the VA payment, or the VA payday, and then my payday that I had as well. So that was $14.50 for our income for that first pay period we're looking at. And then I go through with our expenses, and this is where I just total up the expenses I have over here in my little bill pay list of bills here. So it's 10 plus 10, 14 plus 350. So I've got the block right there. That's where that pay period ends. So I go ahead and equal that up. And I'm gonna go ahead and put our allowance on that as well, which for both of us per 2 weeks would be $325. So that's is that right? 709? Yeah. 709 in expenses. So then I just draw a line and we're gonna see $1,450 was our income for that pay period. 709 were our like expenses or bills. So what we have left over is $741. Now I know a lot of people then like to take that and put that into savings. I do that at the very end of the month. So I just call that rollover money because I need that money to roll over to the next pay period. And I'm going to treat that as like an income. So I use this rollover money to kind of get us by through the weeks in case, you know, we don't have enough for whatever paychecks in the second period. I've got a little bit of cushion from what was left over from this pay period. So for the second pay period, I'm going to start with the rollover income because that money came first. That money's already there. That's what should be in our account. That's what should have stayed in our account. So that's $741. And then we're going to list our income and kind of list it the same kind of way we started out listing. So income, and we're going to look over here again. So from the 11th to the 24th is what we're looking at for our income. I've got 2 stickers there. So that is $1,200 plus $480, which is $1,680. So I will write that down here. And then I like to add those up as well. So plus 741. So our total like money we have to work with is $24.21. And then I'm going to go over and calculate my expenses for that pay period. So again, over here, and I hate rewriting my bills so much, but like the same list, but this really helps me. This visual helps me where I can like block it up like this, where I wouldn't be able to do it on the monthly because I can't list it as much. Like I do with the daycare, I do that twice a week. With allowances, I'm doing that twice a week. Once I start my sinking funds, that'll be twice a week. So I'm not doing that with the budget. So I can list that here and then see it broken up easily for me. So I am in this second block here of expenses, which is 170 plus 45 plus 25 plus 500 plus 10. And I'm not going to put our cash allowance because I only do that twice in the month and I did it the last pay period. So those expenses are going to be $750. So $24.21 minus $750. $1,671. So again, that is our rollover money. So again, we start for now our third pay period. We're going to start with our rollover money, which is this $1,671. Okay, and then we're going to look at what our income was, or our predicted income for that pay period. And I think those I left blank because I don't know what it was. Like I don't know them yet, but I have written down what I think I will get paid during that time. So the 25th through the 31st, we only have, well, we have these 2 and 1 here. And I have not worked a lot. So this third pay period is probably where we're going to hurt the most because that's where our biggest bills are and our least amount of income because I have not worked. I've worked maybe 2 or 3 shifts. So this is all riding off of my husband's income. So the rollover has helped a lot, or will have helped a lot. So $1,200 for him. Probably just like $250 for me. Seriously, I have not worked a lot, so that is $1,450 as a whole for both of us. And then those together with the rollover and the income is $2,900. And then we've got our expenses, and I will be taking out cash or our allowances again, so that is in there as well. And I think I said that was $325. So again, we look over here, and we're gonna now look in this little third section here for bills. So I've got $170 plus $305 plus $8 plus $500 and another $300. So again, this is our Mac Daddy pay period where most of our bills come out. So that is $1,283. And then we will just calculate that out. So at the end of the month, we should have had $16, $17 left over, and ordinarily that would go straight to savings. So it now gets a savings sticker instead of a rollover sticker because I am at the end of the month. This is my extra. This is what's going to savings. This month that didn't happen because again, we're moving. So that's where our money went. Our money went to furniture, to, deposits. We still have to do our deposits for our utilities. So that's fun. Anyway, that is what our budget looks like for this month. And again, next month will be very different. I'm hoping to have a better handle on what's going on next month too, because again, stable job. So thank God for those. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that helped.